fourth quarter earnings season is starting this week, and I'm back with the videos with all the earnings charts. So you want to be sure to tune in because there's going to be a lot of action this quarter. Now, fourth quarter usually is a look back into the prior year, so we don't really care so much what happened in 2019 now, but many companies will be giving guidance for 2020, so that's going to be key this earnings season, is what do they see happening going forward here? So we're going to talk a little bit about that as we look at the charts on all these companies. And as usual, the big banks are leading us off. So I brought 5 of the big bank charts today so we could take a look and see who really has that stellar chart. There's a couple of them, and who doesn't. Let's see who is who. Okay, leading it off is one of the stellar charts, JP Morgan. They have been the premier top of the class bank for a while now, but as you can see, the shares were kind of treading water there throughout 2018 as the Fed was cutting rates, and now in 2019, or as they were raising, and now in 2019, as they're cutting, the shares have taken off. They have a great track record of beating, just a couple misses there, 3 total over the last 5 years, but just that one miss since 2016. So they're pretty consistent here of meeting and or beating, but the shares now at new 5-year highs. Can they keep up this momentum, or are they going to, pull back here, a little bit of a cool off? We will see. Following up with another interesting chart is Citigroup. Now, if you recall, Citigroup used to be one of the hottest of the big bank stocks there in 2016 through 2017. And then it's a little bit of a difficult scenario into the end of 2019, but that was certainly a buying opportunity because now shares are back up at those highs, trying to test them. It's got a great track record of beating, hasn't missed since just right on the edge of this chart in the last 5 years. So if they beat again here with a decent outlook, these shares could be taking off to new highs. And then switching over to the troublemaker stock. Yes, Wells Fargo is still the troublemaker. They do have new leadership in there, but it's going to take them some time. They are coming off a miss there. This just looks a lot different than some of the other charts we're going to look at today. But maybe this is a buying opportunity for value investors here because these shares are still really not in favor. And then switching over to another one that is in favor, Bank of America. This has a similar scenario to what we saw with JP Morgan, where those shares were really just kind of treading water there in 2018 with that sell-off right at the end of the year, and getting a little bit later start in 2019 of finally busting out, but they are now. Also a good track record, hasn't missed since 2016. So this is another one that's definitely up there in contention for having the best chart of the big banks this week. And then we're going to finish it off with one of the big middle tier of the banks, the regional banks, PNC Financial. And this chart looks a lot more like the Citigroup chart with the good 2016 and then 2017 and the pullback, buying opportunity, and now very close to taking out those highs, just like Citigroup. Also a great track record. A lot of these banks do have this good track record, just the 2 misses in the last 5 years. So if you're looking for a regional bank, PNC is one of the top names, and it looks like it's close to that breakout. What will it mean if the big banks start breaking out to new highs? A few are already there, but if we get some of these more regional banks and then maybe even the small cap banks starting to follow through with these new breakouts, that could be a game changer for this market rally. So you're going to want to tune into all of the banks this earnings season because it is an important industry and sector, even though it's being overshadowed right now by technology and a few other areas. But big banks could be where it's at, so you're going to want to tune in. I'm going to be bringing all of them for you, or many, all throughout this earnings season, so you want to subscribe. You can go to Zacks.com/YouTube, but you want to go there. Also, just follow Twitter because I will be posting these charts all week long, all throughout earnings season, so you want to go there too. But go somewhere, and I'll see you again on the next video.